velvet voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styx boy shall ride away your brain. Bad to bone, Cruciferous, pick up for days on days, and the great sound covers Boba Fett's have bad mighty to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello, and welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm Cousin Jedi, joined as always by the great Dom Tober, the always steady Styx Boy 73, and the architect joesduelin. What's going on, fellas? Another week in the books. You guys stalled out yet?
This month is almost over with already. It's crazy.
The week dragged. It dragged for me this week. The kids had 2-hour delay every day this week. Yeah. I've never seen that where at the beginning of the week they're like, "Hey, we're just gonna have a 2-hour delay all week." Yeah. It was very hard to get used to.
Should I worked overtime? No time to do shit again. Gotta make some money, man. Got these conventions coming up. Gotta buy my toys.
Convention season is here. MegaCon is it's MegaCon.
It's coming up in March. What, March?
March? Yeah, it's like coming up quick.
Yeah,
that's the first big one, right?
What do you have? Was it the Awesome Con that actually was going to go, but we wound up canceling going to Awesome Con. So
Sworn Fest was last weekend, and I guess that's in I forget that was somewhere in Arizona. I forget where. God, yeah. I overextended myself during that because a lot of the artists that I collect were at Sworn Fest and they were whatnot streaming, and so I am on restriction now.
Well, actually,
I am not buying anything.
Like you said, Porn Fest. I was like, "Yo, Porn Fest."
Sworn Fest.
Oh, okay.
Sworn Fest. It's Sworn Fest. Yeah. I mean, no, it's Sworn Fest. It's Coffin Comics. Comic-Con, I guess. They do it every other year. I may go to the next one. I may try to make some plans to go to the next one. It seemed like a lot of fun with the streams I watched. It seemed like a lot of fun. So I know a couple of streamers. One of them been on the show, actually. Sinister, if you remember, was on the show. He's one of the Coffin guys that streams there. He doesn't work for Coffin, but he's kind of in that crowd.
We'll see one of his exclusives tonight in our Vampirella 5-minute.
Yeah, he does have an exclusive. Yep.
You see some of the MegaCon exclusives dropped online. Big Bad.
I started to see a few.
They had a Megatron cover that was really cool. They had an absolute Batman cover that just dropped.
Well, probably normally about a week before we try to slip that segment in because I always want to do it early because you start to see some of those covers early.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that last week before the con, they drop 30 or 40 crazy exclusives, and you just feel like you miss out. Mm-hmm. So.
I was on one whatnot stream right before hopping in here and chit-chatting with Joe for a bit before the show. One streamer said he's going to have like 20 exclusives for MegaCon. 20 exclusives. Just one. I was like, good Lord.
Some people have some people have that. You know, the bigger the artist, the bigger the store, the more exclusives they have. You know,
holy crap!
It all depends on who it is.
I think MegaCon is one of those cons that's getting. Maybe it's already established itself, but it's just establishing itself. Is one of those very artist-oriented cons where a lot of the artists attend and.
Well, you kind of want to have, I mean, you get the Southern exposure there. So a lot of people in the South that don't necessarily come up to the Northeast for a con or go out West for a con. Mm-hmm. It's
the MegaCon has actually been picking up steam the last few years. Yeah. They have a lot of good actors and actresses for autographs and stuff like that. And especially the artists too. They get the biggest con, the first big con of the year, if you really think about it.
Yeah, it's become one of the big ones, definitely.
Yeah.
Kickoff, right?
Yeah. Kicks off the season, the funnel con season.
So Speaking of kicking off, well, I mean, it's Super Bowl weekend, but I didn't actually mean to tap into that. But speaking of kicking off, Joe, what do you got for us on your outside? What are we calling it now?
It's just looking in. We're just looking in.
Qualified looking in.
We're just looking in.
I'm curious to see if.
I'm drinking green tea all goddamn day.
So I got as always my just looking in the however many books I feel like putting together that aren't necessarily hot right now.
Is there a theme this week?
There is a theme this week. I did throw a theme in this week.
You're spoiling us with these themes, actually.
But the theme this week is a specific artist. It's a specific artist who has a lot of great shit out there. So I figured I would highlight a few of his books this week. So this week, I kind of decided to take a little spotlight on Dan Quintana, who had that absolute Batman that everybody was chasing. That was an amazing, amazing cover. But the guy just kills it. He has so many really just outstanding, amazing covers out there. So I figured I'd show a few, and maybe people could look around and maybe.
Jedi?
Like I said, I'm on restriction right now. I'm not picking up a lot of stuff right now, unfortunately. I'm having to be very selective.
So first up on lists, I got Vengeance of Vampirella #1.
This is a great
Trinity Comics. Yeah, it's a 2019 NYCC cover. It's a beautiful vampy cover. So I always got to try to throw in a little vampy for you there, Jedi. And it's nice. And this is earlier for him, but again, his style is been evolving and is just, it's unique. You see a Quintana cover, it's a Quintana cover now. And like I said, I think he's an artist that people are definitely going to start chasing. All it takes is like one or two books that get really, really hot, like that Absolute Batman, that people are like, oh, who is this artist? I've maybe seen one thing.
Not to play Stump the Chump or put you on the spot. Where's he from? Is he?
I have no clue.
No. You have no clue?
No. I mean, it's easy enough to Google it, but I was just curious if he's because a lot of, especially if they're overseas, we're just talking about cons and a lot of artists come in con seasons. A lot of these artists will, start making appearances, but if they're overseas, a lot of times it's harder for them to do it. So I'm just kind of curious.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's overseas. I think he's domestic. He is. Let's see. Nope, I got nothing on it. So, all right. So next up, Something is Killing Children 12, Line Breakers, Dan Quintana variant. Like I said, the guy's art style is very distinct. The stuff that he does is, I just absolutely love it. And like I said, he doesn't have a huge ton of backlog of stuff. He doesn't have a huge ton of, it's not like he has hundreds of covers out there. So it's fun to kind of chase and pick up some of these harder to find or lesser known books that are out there for some of his work. And he has I think 3 or 4 Something is Killing the Children variants. They're all fantastic. He has Damn Them All #1, the Trinity Comics SDCC 2022 black and white version variant. Another beautiful, beautiful cover. Except the guy just does really, really amazing work. And I think people are going to start chasing his books a little more now since that Absolute Batman came out. Next up on our list, got Deceased #1, the limited edition comics exclusive, Dan Quintana, minimal version variant. It's a really cool Joker and Harley Quinn. I don't buy a lot of Harley Quinn books anymore because they just kind of bore me after a while. It has to be kind of something special. But this is a pretty cool, pretty badass cover. And next on our list is this might be the last one here. World Tree number 8, Final Order Comics, Dan Quintana Virgin variant. Like I said, his stuff is just cool as shit. He's had some really, really great shit. Like I said, the Heavy Metal Kickstarter that came out, he had an exclusive in that, which was great. You'll see one of his books in one of my pickups tonight. But like I said, chase the guy. He has some amazing stuff out there, and I think he is going to be pretty hot.
All the other books that you showed, I haven't seen very many. They kind of lulled us with these like very light, kind of palish color palette, and then this one just kind of like, bam. Like, yeah,
this one pops. But he does normally work with a pretty pale color palette, but very detailed. I don't know. I just love his work. I've loved his work for a while. I had him on the later section, I think a couple weeks back, because he has a Kill All Immortals 2 cover coming up as well. So, like I said, there's a lot of good shit out there. And if you're reading in the chat, James Greider is throwing out some good cornbread out there
his
for
you. His
Baroness
cover is fantastic.
It is. His stuff is just really, really, really great. So that's what we got this week. Figured I'd focus on an artist this week that I think people have slept on and are now starting to wake up. So
wake up, people.
Who do we got hanging out with us tonight?
All right, let's say hello to everybody. GT Key Comic coming in first. So no stranger to the pole position and the gold medal, but he is sharing the podium this week with Tommy Longbox, the Freaks of Friday. Let's go. It's always good to see Tommy and Nerdy Geek.
What's up, Nerdy?
What's up, Jedi, Joe, Dom, and maybe Styx? Yeah, we're always a little nervous about Styx. Not because he doesn't want to be here. It's just sometimes.
Is he really
here? Sometimes, I don't know. The world's against him, or at least his internet is. So.
Actually, no. Listen, he's actually in a simulated world of Doctor Who. You know, he's time traveling. Different quantums of time and space. You know,
the TARDIS is jumping through different Wi-Fi hotspots.
Some nights he could be a little retardus.
Yeah. He's the only man that has two internets going opposite of each other. That's why everything's all different. That's why.
Grumpy Gus, evening all. What's going on, Grumpy?
What's up?
It's good to see Grumpy.
Grumpy.
RP, what's going on? Zup chat.
What's up, RP?
RP. Cosmic. Hello, gang. Let's go. We are going. We are full throttle.
Cosmic.
Tyson. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm behind on my Tyson.
That is beautiful.
That zombie tramp
stamp. That's you.
That's you. That's a zombie tramp.
Oh, he finally gave me the zombie tramp stamp.
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Even as your post.
Now I'm just wondering. I'm wondering how he knew. How did he find out? Has he been sneaking around?
All you do is talk about zombie tramp every week. That's how he.
I mean, but how do you know I got a zombie tramp stamp though? That's guarded information. And I'm behind on my Tyson IG reels too, so apologize. I got to catch up. All right, who else we got here?
BK.
We got some BK in the house. Greetings with all caps. What's going on, BK?
What's up, BK?
BK is
BK.
keeping warm, I hope. All right, who else we got? More BK. Everybody saying hello to each other. We got Brains.
What's up, James? James
Whatnot stream. 10.
He has some good candy in there in the chat for Quintana covers, but James took a nice grip from me last night from his Whatnot show. He had some.
I'll have to follow Jay. I'll have to follow him.
He had some good stuff out there on the.
Like I said, though, I'm on restriction, so yeah. Let's see.
I couldn't believe I wasn't already following James. I followed him today.
Paul, what's going on, Paul?
Hey,
Happy Friday,
Paul.
guys. Always good to
What's
see
up, Paul?
Paul. And I think that's it. If I missed anybody, sorry, we'll do better next week. Try to anyway.
Alrighty.
We're gonna do some. Is it pickup time?
Yeah, let's do some
I
pickups.
am all right. I warned. I actually thinned this out. I had a huge stack of Dravacus, and I thinned it out. Hopefully, the little stickies didn't slide. If not, well, we're not getting any money for this anyway. I had some Dravacus Xynogeist. I know.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
However you say it.
There's
Xenogeist.
Never say
Xenogeist. There is a topless,
Nice. Thank you for matching the stickers to her clothes.
and there is a. Oh my God, she's completely naked. Also,
Yay.
we got a final girl next door. She lost her shirt, and yeah, she lost fresh out of the shower. Gotta be quick with that one.
These totally new books, man.
I'm a completionist. You know, I don't want them. But I have OCD. It's an affliction. I can't.
Complete.
I have to have the set. I don't want them.
You spend hours in the bathroom.
Lady of the Black Fan. This is actually pretty. I like this. Is actually good. I like this one.
Bad Bug has some good stuff out there.
That bug does have one. There's that one. I'll get these in the mail to you soon, Dom. Don't worry about it. I'm just, I know you want them.
Sure.
There's that one too. Okay. And then one of my favorite. I'm really enjoying that. We have some Fangers. I don't know if I've showed that one yet or not. These books are going to start sliding. We have her in the sling, and yeah, there's that one. Okay. And then
you even put a sticker over the stink wrinkles. Very nice.
I have to, because I have Zombie Tramp and the topless Zombie Tramp by Dravacus. All right, I also picked up. I'm really enjoying Fangers right now. It is Garrett Gahn's the writer. He also does some of the covers. He did a special. I don't know what was the occasion, but he did a Comic Elite, I think, exclusive for Fangers #1. So it was I picked up. He does some art. So he did this cover for it, and I got him to do this remark on it. He's not. I like the cover. So it's a decent cover. And then on his stream, I picked up a piece of the OA. Now this is a Garrett Gahn original piece of art. Now, if I remember right from the stream, he said that this is going to be a cover for, I believe he might have said MegaCon actually, or MegaCon or C2E2, one or the other. I think one or the other. But this is the original art for an upcoming Fangers cover, and that's a Garrett Gahn piece as well. So that's all I got this week. I could have. There's a lot more, but we'll pace ourselves.
Looks like the Littles After Dark.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So I picked up the Tarna trade, Alex Ross, reissuing these. Got a couple of the Pin Apocalypse trades.
No, those stickers don't come off, Tyson. They don't come off.
I got the Jim Mafood cover for Pillow Fight, which was a Kickstarter. I just collect a lot of Mafood stuff. With that, I also got Brandon Graham's lovely sketchbook, Royalty Report, which is really fantastic and filthy. And it also came with Boring, the contemporary monthly dullness, featuring Ernest Borgnine, which I was quite happy about.
Oh, Mikhail.
Yeah. Let's see. I finally got a couple copies of this. I'll take it.
I buy these for Dom. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Nah, not me, man.
Speaking of Quintana, this was the one of 50 World Tree.
I have Instagram for that.
I did get my Alice ever after the Suspiria foils. Foils. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That was it.
Yeah, it's hard to see. I'm not a big fan of foil, but I do love Suspiria, and it's a nice cover.
I don't buy
new
foils
book,
unless I have
which
to.
I need to start reading. Bloodland.
The
Both covers of that.
a vampire book?
Yeah, pretty much. I like Ignition Press. They've been putting out interesting stuff. Chima Hill Ghost Pepper.
Ghost Pepper.
American Caper. I picked this up. It's Don Hauser's writing it, for God's sakes. Did GTA.
No, it
Means something. I got a little Street Fighter Masters, Elena. Yo, Joe.
Nice. I have that. That's a nice book.
Yeah. I always pick up Punchline because people always tend to be looking for Punchline. I always have to do covers. Little Absolute Wonder Woman, little Angela Wu, picked up those. And
what number is Wonder Woman on now?
Was it 16? 16. Absolute Wonder Woman, 16. Little Hello Darkness. There's the Frizzen. And there's the Boom 20th anniversary. And then, of course, last but not least, always I got to pick up all the Stuart Sager covers. So, yeah. That's all I got this week. Not too much.
You see that Soza Micah Red Sonja that I posted on our chat? That's pretty good. Pretty good cover. I like it.
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Goose egg for Styx. No Doctor Who. No The Prisoner. No the lawyer. No the counselor.
Lawyer.
No, I don't know. All these public servants. Comic books that you.
Entombed in
Nothing
ice
that I
up there
brought.
still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still getting snow up here. We're supposed to get some this weekend again. So, and then I gotta talk to Dom because next weekend I guess they're talking 20 inches of snow in New York City next weekend.
That's what they're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Is there money in that? You think there's money in that, BK?
I don't know. 20 inches of snow in New York City when I don't know where because they said that was supposed to rain at 40 degrees. I don't know.
Man, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
See what happens. Things change. If it happens,
which way it moves.
My brother might not even get in.
Got anything this week?
Why does that do that?
It always does it when
no furry books. Sorry,
comments come
Cosmic.
So I didn't get any books this week, and I actually ordered books. Books were supposed to come on eBay. You know, apparently they came to New York City and then went back to Chicago, and it says books are running late. But you were in New York City. How did you get?
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I sent books to some guy in I think was it Florida, and the books went to Minnesota, and then back. And I mean, I'm in Virginia.
I don't understand the route, but they were here. But anyway, I got a couple of
the way they send things does not make sense.
I don't know. I got a couple.
That is true. Marco is the furry guy. Guy has a massive collection of furry stuff.
Yeah,
I quit.
I was able to pick up the new Cobra Commander from Super 7. The cape. I call it the Battle Armor Cobra Commander, Combat Armor, but I call him the Mandalorian Cobra Commander because it looks like Mandalorian armor. Cobra!
Hey, I got that original one.
I know the original, yeah. I love this, man. This is great.
I had that somewhere, yeah.
I didn't show this. I had this sitting down. I forgot to show this, but I was able to get this. The retro.
Oh, there you go.
Commander with the silver mask.
Those are nice.
I have the one that came with the his tank that has the Mickey Mouse Cobra on the thing.
Nice.
But they made the Mickey Mouse one too, yeah. So I got both of those. That's about it. I'm still waiting on some stuff, and that's it. Like I said, no books this week because I didn't get a chance to get to the comic store. Didn't read anything this week, so yeah, I'm boring. But
what happens?
In the gym. That's all I've been doing. So.
All right, kids. Now later this week, I was talking about Ignition Press, and I didn't even do it on purpose this week, but all three of my books are Ignition Press books.
Damn, that's all this love.
I've been talking up Ripcord. Jorge Fortes cover is gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
and he's doing a similar cover on number 2 as well. So I think it's going to be a nice set across the run. And Colin Bunn writes some good horror stuff. So yeah, with that, there's Love Ignited. I believe is Ignition's first anthology style book. So you know, it was a great take on a romance cover and a little zombie horror action at the same time, which is always
appreciate
fun.
it, RP.
Oh, thank you, bud. I always like a good little mashup, and it's a nice. The one in 10 Tulaski's nice.
I say RP. Thanks, RP. Ignition. Do they serial number every one of their comic books? I read or heard that somewhere. That they individually serial number every one of their comic books.
I didn't. I haven't. Maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. I don't think they do, but you know, let's do it. Because Bloodland is an Ignition book. And last up on my list, I do have. Oh, yeah, they do. Well, they have. Oh, sorry, they have Unlock Your Story, Ignition Press. They're stamped on the back.
Yeah, every one of them. Yeah, so serial numbered. I forget where I heard that.
That's pretty cool. You know what? I don't look at the back of the book very often. That's interesting. I find that very interesting. That's kind of cool. And Roots of Madness number 4, Juliet Neka, who is a great artist. She did a few DC covers as well that were really great. She's been putting out some cool stuff as well. Like I said, Ignition Press, they're pulling decent names over there, and they're pulling decent artists, and they're putting out some new fun indie stuff. And I got to look into that serial number thing. That's interesting. That's kind of fun. So that's what we got for this week. And for the later, Tomorrow Girl number 17, cover B. It's a Wilma Goat cover. It's just a good cover. I buy a bunch of the Tomorrow Girl stuff anyway, but I just love that cover. It's a good old feel of the good girl covers of the 80s. Also, I've been enjoying Ghost Pepper, and Ghost Pepper number 10 has a nice Dustin Wynn cover on the 1 in 25. It's a fun series. The open order covers have been great. The ratios have been great. The read has been good. It's been a fun book all around.
Garcia.
And Rafael Garcia Henchman number 1 is my last pick on here, just because it is a Mexifunk cover. I like Mexifunk. He's another name out there that I think at some point people are going to start being like, I need to really start getting some more Mexifunk stuff.
Is that a magazine size? Why does it look like
the picture was a weird size, and I'm not sure whether it's magazine size or not. I pre-ordered it, so whenever it comes in, I'll let you know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm always looking to add a little more Mexifunk stuff to. You see him pop up in Kickstarters and stuff, but. Not a household name yet, but I think people will start chasing his stuff pretty soon. And to keep with the theme of Henchmen, for my tops and tails this week, there is a Dan Mendoza cover as the cover C on this, which is a black bag nude cover. So for all you Mendoza chasers out there that want to get something that's not from the Zombie Tramp family and like to pick up a Mendoza cover, you can pick up this one.
Nice. That girl needs a sandwich.
So, I'm gonna say something. A lot of people already know this, so this is just Jedi being way behind the power curve or the knowledge curve on this. So, Dan Mendoza's wife is Nightmare Mendoza? Is that her name? Nightmare Mendoza. She's an artist as well. She's really pretty good. She does a lot of covers from on a lot of the Kickstarters, like. Zombie Tramp and all those titles, and I think a lot of times I'd seen her covers and assumed it was Dan Mendoza, but it's I think it's her, and she's pretty good. She's really good actually. So I don't know. Nightmare Lynch. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, she's really, really good. I didn't know that until I was watching stuff during Swornfest, and they were talking about it, and I was like, oh God, I feel like I should have known that, but I didn't. And yeah, but she's very talented, really good.
I'm pretty sure it's open order on this. It's like I said, it's just a black bag nude variant, but I believe it's an open order. It's not a ratio or anything like that, so it should be gettable. So it doesn't come out for a little while, so gives people time to look around for things. So that's what we got for this week.
Before I forget, Wednesday, the 11th of February, Larry Hama is going to be signing G.I. Joe 325, because 325 anniversary issue that's going to be dropping. Midtown Comics, New York City, introducing 2 brand new Joes to the mix, and apparently they're going to have a classified series reveal, a toy reveal at the same time. So Hasbro is getting so anybody in New York City, Larry Hama is going to be signing
I feel like I should I know who Larry Hama is? I don't know.
He's the writer of G.I. Joe for Marvel Comics.
He's been doing G.I. Joe
I never read G.I. Joe.
See, but the thing is, Jedi, see, your mind is so warped with titties and ass.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So
we're going to find out later. We're going to find out later when we talk about what we read this week.
I didn't read
that. I don't only read that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Emphasis on only.
There's nothing. Listen, the covers are beautiful and it's all braille inside. So that's the only way you get to enjoy that book, because there's no reading material in those. To be honest, true.
That's not true. I told you. So you don't. Never mind. I'm not going to rehash this with you. But Vanya, the Lost Warrior, had a damn good story. In between the orgies, in between the orgies, there's a hell of a story in there.
And then you got Joe with the Dracula with the freaking 10-inch penis, that the freaking 10-foot penis, whatever the show is. Come on.
Hey, we buy what we buy. All right, who do we got this week for our cosplayer, Jedi?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm almost don't want to do this because of Dom taking that low blow, but because as Joe knows, there's one slide in here that came straight out of I'm pretty sure came right out of one of Dom's dreams, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Clow, I'm not even. Oh God, I don't even know how to say her name. Clow Ballerinita. I don't know. Ballerina. She is a cosplayer, mainly Chun-Li cosplayer, but she does other cosplay as well. She's also a prop. This is all from her IG page. She's also a prop maker, a dancer, a Pilates teacher, and a lawyer. According to her IG play,
is this
a lawyer as well?
Is this a before and after implants picture? I'm trying to tell.
I don't have that kind of. I didn't interview her. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, there's some gray matter in between her ears too. So she's a smart lady. But here she is. She does a lot of, like I said, Chun-Li and other fighting stuff that I'm not too familiar with. A lot more than what I pictured here. I just kind of picked and choose some of them. Yeah. And here we have also a lot of really good Red Sonja. I picked a couple, but I could have almost done a whole slide deck of her Red Sonja cosplay, because she's done a lot, and a lot of it's really good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I like it. Looks like a Dynamite cover.
Looks like my backyard, all covered in snow.
And I don't know. I just feel like lately we just have to throw in a Catwoman. I don't know, the last couple of weeks we throw in a Catwoman.
Is there ever a bad time? Is
Why
there
not?
ever a bad time for a Catwoman?
Yeah, licking the whip, you know. And I think, Dom, pay attention, because you're going to feel terrible for the body blows and the hitting below the belt earlier, because again, and Joe, I said this right after I sent this to Joe. I said I'm pretty sure Dom has had dreams that went exactly like this slide right here.
Okay, you know what?
Leia,
I take it back.
Nocturnal emissions.
Tom has, Leia on Tatooine, lost,
in the
thirsty, passed out, only to be saved by Dom. The only difference is he would be in Boba Fett's armor and not the Mandalorian, not Din Djarin's armor. But
I take it back. I'm sorry, Jedi.
All right, I will accept your apology conditionally. But she is your cosplayer of the week. We didn't, she's couldn't really get a full blown Joe slide this week, so we got a Dom slide. So
that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. We had Catwoman licking the whip. That was okay.
We did have that.
Got something out of that. That was good. I liked it.
Give us a score out of 10, Dom. What would you rate that slide? That's got to be,
8 out of 10. I'll give it a 9.
9. That's okay.
You know why I give it a 9? It'd be a 10 if it was Boba Fett right there and me in the Boba Fett outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, she went all out. She's in the sand. That's something.
Sand gets everywhere, man. Sand. I don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
You better hope not.
Hey, Anakin said it perfectly. Sand, it gets everywhere. And also Kramer, when he came out with the fragrant beach, he had the sand. It gets everywhere.
It does. All right. So for Vampy this week, we do have our 5-minute Vampy update.
Here we go.
Yep. Fun covers. I mean, you got your Perio, you got your Chew, you got your Linsner, and you got your Chizotis. Very nice covers. I can't complain about any of them. I like them all. They did okay with it's a Dynamite cosplay cover. It is what it is. Selena, the Selena covers are great on the ratios for these. Like I said, I've been saying how much I love Selena since those Barbarella covers she put out that I loved, and her Vampy ones have been fantastic. So I have been picking up these ratios.
You get that action figure variant, Joe?
And you got a little Poulat action. There's 3 versions of this. You got the action figure, you got the red background, and I think you got a white background as well on the Poulat.
I mean, I guess you've made it when you have an action figure comic cover, but I wasn't a fan I haven't been a fan of those since way back when Star Wars first started doing them, and I'm not really a fan of them now. So, but congratulations to Vampirella for getting her action figure comic cover.
Yeah.
You had Anna Cathy on a store exclusive as well. God, I forget who did the one in the middle. And the one on the right.
The one in the middle almost looks Shikari, but I doubt it. I don't know. I don't think so.
It might be. I think you might be right. I think it might be Shikari. The one on the right is Mike DeFallo, and
DeBalfo.
DeBalfo, and that is through Sinister Comics, who we had on a couple months back. So that's a good one.
I know he's selling these on his stream right now, and he may actually have Mike DeBalfo on to do some signed copies in the next, if schedules hold. I was talking to him about it, or not talking, but we were chatting about it. He said if schedules hold, he may actually have Mike on to do some signed copies in sometime maybe this month on one of his streams. So
perfect. You get so many weird. There's so many store exclusives anymore. It's hard to keep up with all of them anymore. All the store exclusives that end up coming out, especially the week it comes out. You find out about them later sometimes with some of the store exclusives.
Right.
So story-wise, I know they're after issue 12, they're rebooting back to issue 1. So the story arc is kind of winding down.
It didn't end? I thought it ended after this one. Oh,
it goes to 12. So I don't know whether I don't know whether 11 and 12 are going to carry us into the next arc for when they reboot to 1. It felt like this story arc kind of ended. I don't know how I felt about this Jedi. I don't know.
Proceed. I'll let you. I'll follow your lead. Yeah, I actually couldn't remember. Like oh boy here with the wings. I forget his name. Like he got absorbed, or he got absorbed by this creature or whatever that's been like stalking Vampirella since.
So we started off with Benny, who was an old love friend of Vampirella's, who had died, and he somehow got reconstituted by this algorithm, and he's confused because he doesn't know what he is or whether he's dead. He thinks he's him, so he's talking to the one algorithm about this, and then we cut off to Vampirella, and apparently her ledger, who was the black guy we saw in the beginning, try with all the bats.
I think they were crickets or something. Or they made were they like cicadas or something? I don't know what those things were.
It was something. And then she thought he was dead, but apparently Chaos somehow pulled him into this dimension or whatever as some type of, I guess, herald. So they're kind of going back and forth on things. You get Chaos popping in and then trapping Vampy, chaining her to the bow of a boat, which kind of came from nowhere. It's like, where the fuck did the boat come from? It hopped around a lot.
Yeah, it's like did he pull her into like another like memory or like another dimension so that they can have a conversation or something? I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
like an AI fever dream.
You see her get this thing clamped on her neck when they're in this, phantom dimension of whatever, and then next thing you know, she's chained to the front of an old ship, which was kind of weird. She kind of goes at it with Chaos for a bit, and then this big, even larger thing comes out. I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. I don't know what the hell it is. I didn't know where it came from. And then
I almost was wondering, was that a tie back to the first arc with the ancients?
Something.
I don't know. I didn't know where it came from either.
That big thing comes out, pulls her up, and then we go back, and now we have two algorithms that show up. And one kind of pops the other. She wants to bring back good old Ledger here, and gives him a big kiss and kind of pulls him back from being, I guess, kind of possessed or embodying being the Herald of Chaos. I don't know. It was very, very weird. So once he gets brought back, Chaos is like, fuck it. And that's basically what he does. He just kind of goes, fuck it, and throws them all back.
Because, so does it like Chaos, as is always the thing that works in these things, like Vampirella loves Chaos, and not Chaos, Vampirella loves Ledger, and Ledger loves Vampirella, and love conquers all. And so their love breaks Chaos's bond over Ledger, and he's able to summon the cicadas, and the cicadas come, and they just annoy the shit out of Chaos, to where Chaos is like, fuck it, get out of here. You guys are irritating me.
It seemed like a very okay, that was easy, I guess.
Who's the Brave Star or freaking Galaxy Ranger looking dude over here?
Well,
that's where we're left. That's where we're left. They're thrown. Yeah, they're taken from this. Chaos releases them from this Phantom Zone place and kind of dumps them in this place. And
they're left in there was like I can't remember. Your memory's better than mine. Wasn't there like a timestamp? Wasn't they like dump them in like 1846 or some bullshit like that? So now we have Vampirella in the Wild West or something.
Time stamping and all this time jumping and all this shit where they're
but let me ask you a question:
3,000
characters in Vampirella that actually this guy could be that travel.
I have no idea.
I know
I have absolutely no idea.
All over the place, right?
You talking about the marshal looking guy? I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is.
It says sheriff on his badge. So.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, sure.
So
no idea, but I assumed not knowing what Joe said earlier about, you know, at the end of 12 we're restarting at 1. I assumed that we were going to get Vampirella, you know, Back to the Future or whatever the hell, and we're going to get like a Western Vampirella, another 6 issues. But if Joe says we're restarting at 12, then I don't know what they're doing in the next 2 issues. So I guess we're still going with the same arc. I don't know what's going on now.
Like I said, I don't know whether they're going to bridge us to the reboot to number 1 again and kind of set things up for a new story arc, or whether we're getting like a short little story arc and then into 1. But I don't know. But I do know, I believe it's at the end of April. They're rebooting back to 1, I believe. So.
You see, I hate that. They want to go back to 1 so they can send 5 million copies of number 1 variants.
It's Dynamite. You got 5 million copies anyway of 40,000 different.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how many Joe just put in his slides, and that's probably like a third of how many covers are actually out there. Every week is like, or every release is. Just,
unless the reboot at 1 is another different Vampirella series, but I'm pretty sure I know there's a 1 coming in April. So, you know, I don't know. There's so many series, and they searching for searching for Vampirella titles is a mess because they never go that far anyway. Like every now and then they bring back the legacy numbers or do something like that.
Is it
they're constantly
renumbering
it after, you know, 6 episodes, 6 issues, 10 issues, 12 issues.
Yeah, straight the bear.
Yeah.
So
they actually came out with a third-party Bravestar. They just came out with. So.
Oh,
pretty cool. It's not called Bravestar.
So I think next week is. What is next week? Next week is either Armageddon or Blood Red, one or the other, and then the following week is whichever one is it next week.
I don't know. I like Blood Red because it's a nice. I'm a dumb person palate cleanser. It's just nice and simple, and it's not that these. It's Vampire. It's not like you know, it's Tolstoy. But it's sometimes when the stories jump around as much as they do, it's just like, okay.
For the same reason, maybe not as easily digestible and, you know, just 100% sugar like Blood Red, but for the same reason, Armageddon is pretty easy to follow. At least This is. There was one page on this, if you remember. There was one page on this comic where at the bottom of the page there was 3 different references to what was happening on that page.
I don't want homework, man.
Gee, Vampire 12.
I do not want homework, man. I'm tired of homework. I do like a little. I don't mind a little footnote every now and then. It is kind of nice, but I have to really be into the series to enjoy it, to enjoy the footnote and actually want to go back and do something with that.
I was excited to hear that Priest was going to be, and not that I knew a whole lot about him as a writer, other than he had a good reputation. So I was excited, but good Lord, I agree. Can he just please tell us a linear story without, I mean,
yeah,
I don't think canon means a lot in the world of Vampirella anyway. So just tell us an entertaining story, please don't. Yeah, this isn't Star Wars.
Yeah, this is the Perillo cover for Vampirella 1 that comes out on April 22nd. There's blind bags for this one as well.
You know who she looks like? She looks like Stephanie Vakir.
I don't know who that is.
Stephanie Vakir from wrestling. She has the horns. Yeah. A little bit.
I see the bikini. I'm thinking. I'm looking. I'm just thinking Phoebe Cates.
You guys in your wrestling.
Just me.
Pete did that to me. Pete did that to me in chat. He goes, "Oh, that looks like so and so," and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. I had to Google it.
Hey, Joe.
So yeah, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting as a Legacy 688 reboot of Vampirella 1 come April 22nd.
Joe, pick up a go if you can go online. Pick up a picture of Stephanie Vakir. Show Jedi who she is. If you can show her, right? It's Stephanie Vakir.
Oh, I'm sure she's attractive. She looked like that.
She's from Chile.
Chile.
If she has horns, I'm really going to be blown away.
When she comes out, she has her horns.
I don't know how to spell it. You gave me. I got some broad on LinkedIn.
Just say Vakir. Stephanie Vakir Wrestling WWE.
Yeah, VAQUEAR or something like that.
There we go. Okay, I see her. I'm trying to find a picture that's a little more attractive.
I thought you'd say appropriate. I was like, "Ooh, show me."
No. I would grab right away, but no, I'm looking for.
What's up with her? She does a double kiss. That's her signature move.
Let's see here. There you go. Here's your. Let's get her loaded in here.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Yeah, that's Stephanie Vakir. She got her horns. She got a demon tattoo back. So I got the horns. You see?
She wrestling those horns?
Yep.
No, she takes them off. It's like a hat she puts on.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna think about Phoebe Cates instead.
Phoebe Cates, yeah.
Alrighty. So,
I just saw a picture of Phoebe Cates. She actually looks really good now for her.
She looks great. Her and Mia Sarah from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They both.
Yes.
Are
well, what's her name? Ferris Bueller. She was also in Legend. Remember Legend with Tom Cruise?
Yep. Oh yeah. She's another one that was just timeless. Just doesn't age. All right. Well, you know what time it is because it's Jedi's time to shine and time for Dom's favorite song.
It's time for That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia. It's time for That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salia Comic, Salia Comic. Oh, cool. Sale of the week.
Oh, goo. Uh-oh. We're in the wrong order.
Another winner. Oh, sorry. Did I get you out of order? No, I must have you out of order.
All right, I got it. All right. So I haven't seen Terry in the chat, but this is a Terry, the always faithful Terry Floyd recommended that we do Grateful Dead backstage passes. So that's what we're doing. So we have they have a lot actually. Of course, Terry knew something I didn't because these things are very collectible and they are not cheap. When I say not cheap, I'm not saying that they're like thousands of dollars, but they are, as you can see, hundreds of dollars for some of them. And they're pretty cool because some of them are puzzle pieces that you can put together from different locations. They put together to form a puzzle, and they all just have pretty cool art. I don't know who does the art. I don't know if members of the band did the art, Jerry, whoever, or if they had, I don't know, but pretty cool art. So we'll just start with the first one. This is from May 1993. This is from California Expo, Sacramento, California. This fixed price $140 This sold back in mid-January with the skeleton groupie, I guess we'll say, holding the dog. Pretty cool art. That's
it was only a couple years before Jerry died.
Oh, okay. I'm not a Deadhead, so I don't know a lot about the band. Other than that, a huge following that would travel. So, and as I know now, these are collectible, as maybe a lot of things are with the Grateful Dead. So what I found myself doing as I went through these is I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of pick some of the art that kind of jumps out at me as being pretty cool. And like I said, these first three are actually puzzle pieces that there was, I think a lot of them were like 6 to 8 pieces that you could put together to form, maybe more. But the second one is from July 2nd of 1990. Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, $140. That one sold back in mid-December of last year. And then we have December 16th of 1992, Oakland Coliseum Arena in Oakland, California, $75 on a fixed price sale back in late November of last year. And then the oldest one that I chose, just because I thought it was cool and kind of patriotic, Grateful Dead backstage pass from September 24th, 1982.
Tyson, they did have a hit.
It's up in your neck of the woods there, Styx.
He did have a hit.
This is from the Carrier Dome, Syracuse. Yep. $100 fixed price in early November of last year.
Oh, wow.
Kind of the Uncle Sam skull with wings. Pretty cool. This is the oldest one on the list here. There might have been some older ones that I didn't choose just because the art didn't speak to me, I guess we'll say. But and then we kind of jumped into I kind of went into a theme of Marvel, because they did a lot of probably close to like 12 or so that I saw at least listed and that sold Marvel themed backstage passes. So we have Spider-Man that sold. I'm sorry, that was from July of 1995 from Deer Creek Music Center in Nobleville, Indiana. Sold for $60. So not crazy prices necessarily, but
I'm surprised. I mean, that's a month before Jerry died. So I'm surprised the later ones right before he died, being some of the last ones,
aren't a little more.
Yeah,
Dave, I can't believe that he actually died back in the 90s, man. It was quick.
Yeah. So yeah, this one was sold late November of last year, and then just I guess a month earlier, in '95, we have a Silver Surfer backstage pass from Shoreline Amphitheater. I think that's what I decided AT was going to stand for. Amphitheater, Mountain View, California. That sold for $45 on a best offer in mid-December of last year. And we have a Grateful Dead Iron Man from March of 1995. This was from the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. Sold for a fixed price of $50, and that was actually, it was just last week. That was last Friday. Sold for that price. And continuing on with the Marvel Ghost Rider. So I'm put Ghost Rider in there.
that's cool.
We had a this is from June 1995, June 22nd. This is from Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York. Sold on a fixed price of $33 back in mid-January. And we had April of 1995, Tampa Stadium in Tampa, Florida for $40. This sold earlier, probably early to mid-January of this year. We had saw a couple of these listed and sold actually. June 4th of 1995, Shoreline Amphitheater, Mountain View, California, $41. The Hulk. This particular one sold just again last week. And the most recent sale, this was from last Saturday, Grateful Dead. This is I can't think of his name. Somebody help me. Galactus. This one is from September of 1995, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York. This one sold for only $20 on a fixed price just last Saturday. So I don't know, maybe if Terry catches on the rewind, but this was a faithful Terry request. And already know what we're doing for next week. He doesn't watch us on the live, but Matthew Collon, if I'm saying it right. He always watches us on the rewind. He hit me up on IG and had an idea that we could. I'm going to look into over the weekend for next week's That's Not a Comic. So hopefully the streak will continue. I think it's a pretty good idea. I think it's going to work. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Some of those shows, I never made it out of the parking lot. I made it to the parking lot, never made it out of the parking lot.
Yeah, I was never a Deadhead. Never really got into the Grateful Dead.
I mean, it was a fun atmosphere, especially big amphitheater shows, outdoor shows. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun back in the day.
What was that song? I will get by.
Yeah, I will get by. Yeah, yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but the skeletons. It was like the video was just skeletons playing on the stage.
It was fun. I always loved hanging out in the parking lots because, man, you can get so many bootlegs because everyone. I mean, if you were a Deadhead, you had tons of cassettes of bootleg shows because every show would get bootlegged and everyone would bootleg shows and you pick up Dead stuff and Dylan stuff. That was a good time. Good time. I missed those days. It was fun. All righty. Styx, you got nothing this week? Exactly. So let's go into our spotlight this week. Tonight, I wanted to maybe taking it, not definitely not selling it. So let's do some FemForce this week. I wanted to look at it's been a long running title, although I think it might have just ended because last issue I saw for Super Babes was in 2025, but it's a fantastic series that gives you something a little bit naughty, but not all the way. You could pick up FemForce books and not feel dirty, like some of the stuff that Jedi and I buy, but you can still enjoy a little raunchiness, a little naughtiness.
I don't feel dirty.
What they have. I don't really either, but some people might. So I wanted to run through some of the characters that are in there. So the one thing that AC Comics and Bill Black did with FemForce is basically they took a lot of characters that were whose IP and copyright had run out, and they took a lot of these characters and they used them and then kind of repurposed them and changed them in some ways. So you have Laura Wright, who was Phantom Lady, who later became the Blue Bulleteer, who then briefly became Nightfall and eventually becomes Night Veil within FemForce. So you take basically Phantom Lady, just a Golden Age character, and you kind of bring them in and update them. You have Joan Wayne, another character who first appeared in like 1941. She was Miss Victory. Later became Rad, and then went back to Miss Victory, and her daughter took over the title of Rad. You had Claudette Meyer. She was the second She-Cat, but she's the She-Cat that appears through most of FemForce. You have Tara Fremont, who is just frequently referred to as Tara, who is more of kind of a jungle girl type character. Dragonfly, which was she was a cool character. Yeah, she had the little dragonfly thing. More of a cool cat. You had Mara, who was Stardust, another character that appears in a lot of the books. And you have Silva Sin, who was Synesthesia, the girl from LSD. And she, yes, which it was fantastic. And a couple of her covers are absolutely fantastic. And she's also known as Sin for the most part. You also had frequent appearer of Valencia Kirk, who would show up as Colt as well. So way back in the 70s, you had Femzine come out, which was from Paragon. Bill Black put that out. And you had some of these characters kind of introduced. And then later you really got the big introduction of FemForce with the FemForce Special One, where you got a handful of the characters that came out. And that's where most of them kind of made their first real appearance here. Again, FemForce ran for a while. Most of the covers are Mark Heike. If I pronounce that wrong, I'm sure BK's in the chat to correct me, as he always does, and Bill Black. But there's some other little gems in there. Wilma Goat covers are fantastic. There's Greg Horn's first published cover is in FemForce. So like I said, you had some fantastic early covers through here. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. I will take those homages any day of the week. I bought one last night from James Kreider, an homage to Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. On the far left, there's a beautiful cover of Sin where she has strips of acid coming out of her, a lot of tabs of acid coming out of her head. Again, she is the woman from LSD. You had a lot of fun themed ones as well. So you had FemForce Western Jam, where you had Colt on there and She-Cat. Great Bill Black FemForce cover of Terra on the right. I'm a sucker for Terra and Night Vale covers. I don't know. It's the.
I just want to say one thing. Bruce is a special kind of man. He's a woman.
Yeah.
I was wondering how long Dom was just going to sit still and let that go on in the chat without voicing it, without piping in and saying something.
We need to start getting a timer. So that you got
proud of you, Dom. You did well.
I love Night Vale covers. So you had the long running FemForce series, and again, tons of great covers. You got a kind of a artsy photo cover there. The Bill Black covers are fantastic. The In the Buff cover is one of my favorites. On the left there's your Greg Horn's first cover there. But again, they would mix in a lot of these characters that were just off of IP that weren't being used, that they would pick up, and you had a huge cast of different characters that would roll through FemForce throughout the series. But again, a great Wilma Goat on the left there with Dragonfly. Got a nice Sin cover in the middle. Great Blue Bulleteer cover there on the right. Again, great running series. You would bring in he's not called Frankenstein in this. It's something similar. I can't remember his goddamn name to save my life right now.
Frankenstein?
Yeah, it's something cheesier than that. But he is the fun old weird-headed Golden Age Frankenstein.
Pulling her top off.
I think that might be a Greg Horn cover in the middle as well. Again, the Night Vale covers are always fantastic. The Gargantua covers, if you find any of the Gargantua covers, are great. As you get later into the series, you start to get books where you have a FemForce cover on the one side and some character cover on the back side, and it's a half and half book as well. You got Fear Force on the left there because every superhero team needs some supervillains. I love the She-Cat stuck in a tree. It's just a great cover. It makes me laugh every time I see it. Again, Gargantua covers are always fantastic. Again, FemForce ran for quite a while. It ran for 206 issues. I mean, it's been around now for 40 plus years. So it has been one of those ones that just it's lasted quite a long time. And once you get out of the FemForce series, you get all the fun FemForce adjacent books that have FemForce in them. So there were a couple pinup portfolio covers that you got.
Hey, listen, Bruce thinks about me 24/7. He got a goddamn poster in his bathroom. That's what the fuck.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps coming up there. So a man breaks and sweats thinking about me.
If you wanted to get more single character stories, there was FemForce Up Close, which ran for about 9 issues. You got Yankee Girl in there. There was a Night Vale one. There was a Stardust one, a Miss Victory one, the She-Cat there. There's a Blue Bull Tier one, good Terra one in there, a good Sin one, big old log coming at her. And then they also appear in Good Girl Art Quarterly, which was put out through AC. So if you like the characters and you like some good pinup stuff, Good Girl Art Quarterly always had fantastic stuff in there where they would take a lot of those Golden Age characters. A handful of them have some good Betty Page stuff in it as well. So the Good Girl Art Quarterlies are always fun. I love the She-Cat eating at the aquarium. She-Cat covers are always hilarious to me. They always have some funny stuff. And then you had a handful of one-offs. So you had FemForce out of the Asylum, where you had Colt and She-Cat. You had House of Horror and Night of the Demon. So you had some horror-themed FemForce books that came out. The Secret Files of FemForce, I believe that has the Origin of Sin in there as well. The AC one was a reprint of a book that came out in like 71. But same cover, cool cover. You had a FemForce, you had specials as well as a nice Origins as well, if you wanted to know more about some of these old Golden Age characters. And then, of course, it flipped over into Super Babes, which, again, the last issue of Super Babes, I think, came out in 2025. So they kind of carried some of these FemForce characters in through some Super Babes stuff as well. So if you like the characters, you can probably in your dollar bins find a lot of the Super Babes stuff that's out there. There's a nice Untold Origins. That one's definitely, if you're a FemForce chaser in terms of these books, it's definitely a good one to have. The Femme Fantastic is really great because it does have a Betty Page pinup in it for all you Betty chasers out there. You had a few annuals as well. Again, all the Bill Black art is always really, really fantastic. And then you had one-offs individual series where Miss Victory had a little series and a special. Night Vale had a series that ran for a little while. I believe this Night Vale cover is the Grey Corn cover. Sorry, not that one back there. There was the first one, and then this one here, this Night Vale special #1, I believe is a Grey Corn cover. And you had Night Vale's Cauldron of Horror as well. Like I said, I'm a big sucker for Night Vale in the FemForce world.
Was that Medusa?
Yeah,
Looks like it. Oh, cool.
Pretty good.
She-Cat had a series that ran for 4 or 5 issues as well. You had Colt had a one-off there where Terra and Diamond were in it, or Black Diamond were in it. Black Diamond had a little series as well. You had Terra show up in Bolt Special, Shade Special. There was a few issues of Jungle Girls where Terra appeared in there as well. The best AC book, Sin, the Girl from LSD, is a fantastic cover. This is one of my favorite AC covers. You got cool melting. Yeah, you got melting. It's a good psychedelic cover. It's a lot of fun. And again, I like Gargantua on any cover. I always just find her hilarious. Large women stomping on things it's just fantastic. Stardust was in the run for Sentinels of Justice, which was an AC book, and she did have a crossover with Dragonfly as well. Dragonfly had her own series. And last but not least, if you could find the Bizarre Thrills, they could be a little pricey, but there's some great covers in the Bizarre Thrills. with Phantom Lady there as well. So
Damn.
I hope you enjoyed this quick little run through of a lot of FemForce books. They're books that they go for an okay amount of money on the secondary market. But they're also books that you can find a lot of times in weird dollar boxes and stuff like that, where some of that stuff gets mixed in there. So, like I said, I like to throw out books where they're fun to hunt for and find cheap, because you can find them cheap, but sometimes the resale on them is okay. There's a lot of $10, $20, $30, $50 books in there. So keep an eye out for FemForce. It's good art. The stories are fun. It's not well, Bizarre Thrills is a little adult and mature, but most of the other FemForce titles, they're fine. They're naughty at times, but nothing over the top. So that's what we got this week, kids.
Nice, man. Cool,
Jedi, no collectibles this week. We will collect what's coming out, and when we got a decent queue of things to throw up.
Yeah, next year. Next week is a toy fair, so there will be a lot of collectibles, a lot of things.
We shall see.
Yeah, I will take pictures. I'm actually going to be there taking pictures, so there'll be a lot on Instagram. So
I'll be there as well.
Yep, I'll be hanging out with Stick Boy.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So what are we reading this week? Dom, I know you didn't have time to read anything this week.
Nothing this week.
Jedi?
Well, so I read Crow Universe because it's always just kind of I always try to read at least 3 things because, we need something to talk about during this segment. And so Crow Universe is one of those things, kind of like Creep Show, where they just throw these little stories together, usually 3 per issue, and they usually start off kind of cool, and then they usually end kind of stupid, which is kind of the format for these. And this one is no different. Thundar the Barbarian, #1, which Dom,
Yes.
I read this. So this is not a smut book. So
Okay.
so there you go.
How was it? I gotta
I'll
get
flip
it.
my hat. There you go.
All right. And apparently you did not read it, Mr. Saturday Morning Cartoon. You did not read this. So it was okay. So I don't remember. I remember watching probably this as a kid. My childhood's probably a little further away from today than your guys' childhood is. Just a little bit further away. But it was pretty good. It starts off. We don't really get it gives you kind of the beginning. A planet races through. It gives you kind of if I remember right, it's kind of the beginning of the cartoon. If I remember right, a planet destroys, comes between the Earth and the Moon, etc., etc. 2,000 years later, etc., etc. So you kind of get, Thundar is defending the weak like he does. He disrupts a slave market by pretending to be a slave, and then starts kicking ass, and then kind of gets captured, probably on purpose, so that he can kind of go find out who the brains are behind what's going on, and he does, and his team, Ukla and the prince, the sorcerer, or whatever her name is, they're following him, and they catch up to find out that the people that are buying these slaves are using them to basically as disposable fodder, diving into the water to try and find this mystical piece to something we don't know yet. That'll come, I guess, in issue 2. But it was pretty good. I'll probably keep reading it. I kind of read it just because it's not something that I've read or thought about or watched in a very, very, very long time. So I decided that I would give it a shot, and it was pretty good. I'll probably keep reading it. When it
down the
out.
road, the Thundar the Barbarian will team up with the Thundercats. I can see something like that
Probably they're all under this. They're all under Dynamite now. So
this is a Shikari cover. Shikari normally does very risque covers, but obviously this is Dynamite, so this is not. You're not going to get anything naughty on this. But this is a Shikari
nice.
cover. So the last one over there is Crypt Cuties number 3, which just came out recently. And the digital just came out this week. I haven't got the physical copy yet. It is a Kickstarter. I have talked about, I think I did a brief review of Crypt Cuties number 2 by the writer is Zach Petrie, who's on Whatnot a lot. And it's another guy I've talked to. Maybe try to get him on the show one of these days. He's done a lot, but he has a couple of Kickstarter titles that he works with.
Nice.
But this is basically about, if you remember, which I don't blame you if you don't, the daughters of your Marvel Styx might have actually find some of this interesting if it wasn't a little on the naughty side. Your Universal monsters, your Draculas, your mummies, your werewolves, their daughters are kind of like these. Their daughters are kind of like these privileged kind of Paris Hilton types, and they kind of like these party girls, and they kind of got themselves into. They kind of live in this monster world where magic and satanic and these things happen right in this world. So they kind of got themselves into a mess. One of their friends has now gotten kidnapped. They don't know why. So they've had to basically we get a new character introduced in number 3, who's kind of a demon lord character, sexy demon lord, of course. And so they kind of have to make a deal with her. One of them has to sell a portion of her soul to get her help in locating their friend. And they get the loan of this demon lord's demon stallion or whatever, devil horse or whatever. And that's kind of where it ends. So this is kind of, we got not a whole lot in this issue other than kind of getting introduced to this new character. So that's it. That's hot. Yeah, it's hot, Cosmic. It's hot. You have your this is a like I said, Zach, one of these days maybe, like I said, I've mentioned it before, we'll try to maybe get Zach on here. If we're lucky, he'll bring Marissa Pope, who is also the partner. I don't know, she's like the co-creator, if you will, of this title, this Kickstarter project. She had a cover. I couldn't get obviously I would love. I couldn't find a good copy, a good picture of her cover, so I went with the Dan Mendoza. It's only really the only one I could get a good picture of. But I got a lot of good artists in here. Your typical, your kind of your Dan Mendoza's, your Marissa Popes. Those names. But yeah. That's it. We'll wait for Crypt Cuties. There's where
is it? You got to give us where it falls on the Vanya scale.
Oh, not even close. not even close. No, there's I can't even. I'm trying to think if there was even any nudity in this one. I don't think so. I don't know if there's been any nudity at all in this one in this series. Obviously, the covers are probably the sexiest thing, or more sexy than the internal art. I mean, they're drawn sexy, but there's no orgies or no orgies in this one. No.
Nice. Well, thank you, sir. I actually read this week a little bit. I read some Scarlet Couture because I had these sitting around for a while, and I had to pick them up. I like Des Taylor a lot. This is a Des Taylor IP. He wrote it. He did the covers. He did all the interior art as well. I'm a sucker for a gun honey, heat seeker type story. It's not too hard on the brain. Girls are pretty. Story's easy to read. This is no different. Like I said, his art is fantastic. It's basically your basic setup is Scarlet here, who is our kind of main character, is the daughter of a woman who owns a fashion house. And what she also is, the mother and the daughter, are a front for the CIA, who run a special operations branch. So they basically, as a high fashion house and have all these models and things like that, they look to, they have access and can infiltrate things. So, our story kind of starts off that, go ahead, Styx.
Do they both know that they're doing it, or?
Yes.
This kind of reminds me of the escort that I talked about last week.
Sort of, yeah.
In a way, but yeah.
It's not that different. It's
only they don't have sex with
It's not overly adult themed in any way. So it's like a toned down kind of gun honey type feel to it. Little heat seeker. But it's fun. You follow her along where somebody is taking some models and she breaks in, they blow things up. They're trying to figure out why are these people trying to cover up whatever's going on and doing their espionage. Her brother apparently is the big asshole in this, who
doesn't sound like it.
No orgies at all. But it's your fun little light on the main espionage, girl spies type story. So I'm 2 issues in. I'm enjoying it. I have them, so I'll read them. But like I said, I like Des Taylor a lot. He just had a really cool Kickstarter for not for this, but it was for another series he created as well that just ended not that long ago. But he's just a fun artist. I like his art. It feels like a cartoon. His art has that style. And when you're reading it, it feels like you're reading a cartoon. So it's very easy to get through. Not a lot of dialogue in there. I'm still at the point where they're kind of introducing a lot of the characters. So, her father is a New York policeman who, kind of had a kind of tryst with her mother at one point. So she's like, she's in the CIA. Her mother's a big spy. Her father's a big time cop. She goes out there and she kicks some ass. It's fun. It was an okay read. I enjoyed it. And like I said, the art is a lot of fun. What you're seeing on the covers is the exact same style of art you get in the interiors. So it's not half-assed in terms of the interiors. You are getting this level of like quality of art on the interiors as well, which is kind of nice. So that's what I read this week.
I think I saw some of these in the my shop. Maybe I'll run and get them. That's where I got
mine. When I was up in Pittsburgh, I was digging through the dollar bin, and I was like, wow, I just hit a vein of them, and they were all in great shape. And I was like, I'll take these. They're all nice. There's fun covers. And like I said, cool. They're fun. And I like Des Taylor. It's put out through Titan. It's a really like the stock of the paper and everything else like that is really high quality. It's a heavier stock paper in there, glossy, that really held up well. They're not cheap books. So for sitting in dollar bins for, probably a couple years or so, there wasn't one spine tick on any of them. They were in great shape. And they weren't even bagged and boarded when they were in there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So that's what I read this week. Styx, you read anything?
Nope, nothing for me this week.
Alrighty.
Nothing for me this week.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We all get busy. I do have a Tubi recommendation for you. My Tubi recommendation this week. I felt like going a little more lighthearted this week. I went with My Blue Heaven. It's on Tubi. It's a fantastic goddamn movie.
Oh, God.
That's
a great movie.
I love this movie. Very few movies make me laugh.
Your
really
eyes
anymore.
felt all this stuff.
I mean, I learned about tipping from watching My Blue Heaven as a child. It's a fantastic movie, and again, I don't know. Does anyone remember the last time you watched a comedy movie that really made you laugh? I can't think of much.
The other guys.
And that was what, like 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, when you think you really have to go back a ways. So it's fun
funny?
to just watch a movie that's funny.
You picked this movie? Today I got a notification that Steve Martin passed away. I'm like, what the fuck? And I went looking through the thing, and they said, no, he's good. I'm like, there was like a thing that popped up. I'm like, really? Oh shit!
Man plays a mean banjo. Yeah. Man plays a mean banjo. But yeah,
you know what I hate? I hate when they post that Andy Griffith died, but he's been dead for 20 years.
No, but they do that. It's like
he's been dead.
No. But Steve Martin, man, freaking the jerk. That was the best.
I love Steve Martin. He always makes me laugh. And Rick Moranis is so good in it too. And it reminds me how much I just miss Rick Moranis. Yeah. I know he's coming back to he's coming back to do something. I forget
Spaceballs too.
Spaceballs too.
Spaceballs. And then next year.
So
Schwartz returns. Or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, he had a tough go. I mean, he left acting, after his wife passed to raise his kid, and that's
that's cool, Cosmic.
And it'll be great to see him again. I watched Strange Brew a few weeks ago.
Strange Brew is good. Yep.
I know. And I was like, I want a little more Rick Moranis because it's good. They play a fun little.
You see, he got sucker punched in New York City.
Oh yeah,
like was it last year or the year before?
Last year. It was a handful of years ago. Yeah, he was walking through. Who wants to punch Rick Moranis? He's fucking Rick Moranis.
I know.
He's like 4 foot nothing. Little guy.
I didn't know who he was.
What are you doing?
No.
But yeah. So.
Listen, it's funny. I was talking to my wife. Remember the TV show Second City Television when they had all the guys? Sean Levy,
John Candy,
they had all those guys. John Candy, everybody.
Oh yeah,
that was funny.
All the Canadian crew.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, watch it. It's a fun little movie. I like to go back and watch these. I forget movies like this stand up. I can still watch this and still get a kick out of it and still enjoy it just as much as I did back then. There's just a timeless quality.
Absolutely.
These movies that are just enjoyable.
Great movie. Highly recommend. Yep. Good pick.
What are you kids watching? this week?
For me,
I'll tell you what
go ahead. Oh, good. No, I was just going to say, I'm just catching up on.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, Jedi. Just go.
So I'm still kind of watching zombie movies when I can catch some good ones. I watched both Day of the Deads, or I think they were both Day of the Deads. There was the
Land of the Dead,
the one of 2004, and then there was the one from the 80s. I don't know which one I didn't like.
The Day of the Dead was the third part of the trilogy from George Romero, and then the other one. Because I know they had Land of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead was the one in
Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was the other one that had John Zack Snyder did the that I actually like. I like that one too.
I like the remake, and I'm very partial to the original because
I love the original.
Again, the original is in a mall that I went to every fucking week growing up with my parents.
No, there was the Day of the Dead where they're in the they start off in the helicopter, and then they go down into the silo, and then they're down there, and they're basically at odds with the with the military soldiers the entire show.
Is that Dawn?
Is that Day?
No,
I thought it was Day of the.
No, Day of the Dead is Land of the Dead, because Land of the Dead is the.
I haven't watched Land of the Dead.
That'd be Land of the Dead probably because they deal with the.
I thought Dawn had the helicopter.
Was it Dawn of the Dead? Anyway, either one of them.
Yeah,
and then
Dawn of the Dead. Is that they're in the basement and Bob he freaking shoots the guy at the end. He goes,
yeah.
Oh God,
Was that Dawn of the Dead? Okay, and then I watched the one that was with had
Go to the Dead. That's Day of the Dead. That's Day of the Dead.
That's what I said. That's Day of the Dead. That's what I said.
Too many of
But
them.
then well, City of the Dead could be. Yeah.
And then there was Day of the Dead that came out at like 2004 that had the girl from American Pie, and it had what's his name? Mariah Carey's husband, dude. What's the name of his name?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
The cannon?
That man has a lot of children.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. That's why he's got to keep working.
Anyway, I watched that one. Also watched another one, The Girl with All the Gifts or something. I watched that. That's kind of a zombie movie.
It is the girl that the military has, and she has she's like a zombie type of thing. Yeah, I seen that. That's actually good.
Yeah,
did you
pretty
see
good.
the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Did you see the one with his daughter? She that she becomes a zombie, and it's like it's like a sentimental a sad movie with Arnold.
No,
I can't think of that one.
No, I've just been watching. Just been whatever I feel like. I've just been whatever I find. And then anybody else watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever?
Yes, I love that. I have been
It has gotten. So episode 4, I guess, dropped early because of the Super Bowl. So it's already dropped. It dropped last night, I think. So it's already out. And normally it dropped early, I guess, because of the Super Bowl is what I heard.
It was called Maggie Jedi. Maggie.
Okay. Maggie. And episode 4 is like, holy shit. I didn't want it to end. So I guess the mark of a good episode, I guess. That's one of those episodes I was pissed when it ended. So really good show. Started off a little slow, but it's really gaining traction now, I think.
But I've enjoyed it, even though it was kind of slower. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first 3 episodes. I haven't watched 4 yet, but I've been enjoying it. Yeah, it's out.
I like Egg. Egg is funny.
Egg is great. I love Egg.
Yeah,
he's hilarious. Yeah. It makes me laugh. It's good. I rented a movie for once this week, which normally goes against my philosophy of paying for movies when I pay for a shit ton of streaming service. You just Amazon Prime or whatever. If it's still in theaters. Yeah.
Apple,
online rent.
Yeah. No, I didn't go to a store and rent a movie.
You didn't go to Family Video.
Yeah, I didn't go to my Redbox and go rent a movie, but I rented and watched Dust Bunny, which was very good. Mads Mikkelsen is in it. Sigourney Weaver is in it. It's a very fun, interesting story. It was a lot of fun. Full facts.
Shrinking, the new season of Shrinking is out on Apple too. If you're watching that, I like it.
It's the last season. It's the last season.
Is it the last? It's the final season. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I didn't know it had already dropped. The new season had started, but I really enjoyed that one. I have not watched Wonder Man yet at all, so maybe I'll do that this weekend.
I watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll say the same thing I kept saying about it. I wish Marvel would just do more self-contained little things like that.
I agree.
That can be in the same universe, but be some little self-contained story that doesn't have to always. Everything doesn't have to end like we need another season. Because I'd be happy if I get no more Wonder Man. I'm okay with that. I enjoyed what I got, but
I watched the season finale of Fallout with my son because that's who I watch it with, and there was a whole lot of.
I'm still watch those behind.
If you're a Fallout fan, if you play the game. Yeah, my son, I take cues from him. Anytime he's like, I'm like, oh boy, there's an Easter egg. Something happened. Something just happened that's from the game. And so there was a couple of those in the season finale. So if you haven't watched it, I guess if you're a fan of the game, you're in for some good time, I guess.
It's about time. New season of Monarch.
Yeah, Monarch's coming out. Yep.
Thank God. Doesn't it feel like it's been forever?
I can't even remember what the last one ended. Yeah, it's been a while. Seems like it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch season 1 because
that's how I have it all around. Yeah, exactly what it looks like.
When there's that long in between,
that's how long it lasts.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
It's done. When there's that much of a gap in between seasons, I have to go back and rewatch the season again because I can't remember shit anymore. If you're gonna give me 2 years in between seasons, there's too much shit out there. My brain can only hold so much. But I am excited about that because I liked Monarch better than the Godzilla movies.
Well, part 2 is supposed to be heavily with King Kong. It's going to be more with King Kong. And they introduced an octopus kaiju that's going to be big in it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
giant squid.
1,000 blows. Okay.
I know the movie. But, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, there hasn't been much else out there that's really caught my fancy too much.
Oh, I was going to ask you, have you, because I know you watched it, and it's one of those shows I have not been able to make myself start watching it yet. Have you been watching School Spirit? Because it started, I guess, new season. I haven't been able to make myself do it yet. Is it any good? Should I?
It's the same. There's a certain like CW level of schlock. But I can't help myself. I enjoy it. I've watched the whole series so far.
Yeah.
So I watched the first 3 or 4 that were up there so far, and I'm like, I'll be watching this now. It's not something that I'm like, I'll forget about it for a couple weeks and then I'll go back to it. But I will finish it. It's a little twist. There's a little twist this season, so it's still not bad. But other than that, like I said,
on the list,
there's not too much else out there. I'm sure something has to be coming soon. We're supposed to 2026 is supposed to be a year of blockbusters.
You're not enjoying Will Trent.
Oh geez. Well, I listen. I am watching it, Jedi. I am watching it.
I am too. I'm watching it with my wife.
I will say this season far better than last season. I love the first season. The second
like the pregnant
season,
Maggie or whatever her name is.
Oh man, she talk about a girl that fell apart after Swim Fan.
Yeah. At least she's still working. That's good for her.
The hairy armpit scene just did not do it for me.
Okay. You caught that too. I didn't know if that was. I don't miss
that kind of shit.
I called that out to my wife. I was like, "Has she got a hairy pit?" Is that like? I mean, I know she's pregnant, but
I pointed it out to my wife as well. I was like, "Oh."
I know she's like really, really pregnant right now, but I mean, come on, you gotta groom them tits down a little bit.
You don't gotta bend over for that.
Yeah.
But Will Trent, like I said, first season I really enjoyed. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Second season, I was like, my God, did this show fall off a cliff? And the third season, I'm like, okay, it's okay. It's back to at least being watchable. But I have problems with a lot of those shows like that. What was that? Oh shit! What was that show that was on Peacock with the with the girl that can tell when somebody's lying? Oh God!
I stopped watching that. One.
The first season of that was so fucking good, and I really loved the first season. And God, I thought the second season was
Poker Face. Poker Face.
And I thought the second season was just so shitty. I was like, this is just fucking awful. What happened?
I couldn't even finish the second season. I was just like,
I stopped watching it too. I was like, this is just.
No, she's a good actress, but she sounds like she smokes 10 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah. And I like her as an actress, but it just lost focus.
I guess the only other, I'll call it a wife watch that me and the wife watch. High Potential. Is High Potential. We'll watch that with what show? It's got the girl from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I forget her name.
Oh, that's a remake of a Spanish show.
Yeah, it's a remake of it was a Spanish. I know it was some European show that they did a remake of.
Yeah, I can't watch her and not think Sweet D. It's too hard for me to take her seriously.
She's I was commenting. I was commenting to my wife. Actually, we were catching up on it last night from the recordings. I was like, she's actually kind of annoying in this new series. She wasn't so annoying in season 1 and I think season 1 or 2 or however many seasons. She's actually a little annoying in this season, but I don't know. One of those, there's not a whole lot of shows that me and the wife can watch together.
I did watch Seven Dials, the Agatha Christie movie on Netflix, which was decent. I guess was it a series? I don't know. I watched it all straight through, so I can never remember whether things are movies or series anymore when I watched them straight through. But that was decent. I think it was limited series. It was 4 episodes. That was decent. It was a decent story.
Dom, did you like The Wrecking Crew? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, you enjoy it, man.
No, I didn't watch it yet.
Did you watch it? You watched Jedi?
Then we got busy.
I did watch it. I did watch it.
I gotta watch
it was pretty good. So I'll just make a couple of comments about it, and you can take this. The only thing that annoyed me is, and I assume I talked to my brother who was also in the Navy. There were some Navy things in there that annoyed me, like Dave Bautista walking around in his uniform with his collar hiked up. That annoyed the shit out of me. The fact that he was walking around without his cover on, his hat, that annoyed me.
It's movies
in uniform.
It's not real. That's the thing.
All right, fine. I mean, I didn't lose any sleep over it. I'm just saying.
Hey, look,
it takes you out of the movie sometimes.
Just for a bit. But it was kind of cool. Like Joe was saying, I probably get a kick out of it. And I watched it with my wife because she likes action flicks. Because there were a lot of things like the road that they were on when they had the helicopter, were fighting the helicopter scene. That's a road that it's actually H3. It goes to Kaneohe Bay. I drive that road. It's a beautiful drive. I love driving that road. But right after that, you can see that's on the other side of the island.
Oh,
but
so
right after
cutscene.
Right after that, they're eating. Remember, they're eating like at the Zippies. They're eating at the Zippies, which is like the restaurant. They're eating in the parking lot. That restaurant's actually 2 miles from my house. It's like right down the street from my house.
That's cool.
We're watching that, and me and the wife, and I was like, "Oh, they're eating at Zippies," and we're watching it. My wife's like, "That's the Zippies that's right down the street," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And we start looking at it, and I'm like, "Damn, it is." So I Googled it real quick. And it's like, yeah, that's the Zippy. It's like 2 miles down the street from us. Well, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it throw you off in those movies though when they're like jumping from one part of Hawaii to another way too quickly?
I mean, yeah, because like they were driving, that they were heading towards the other side of the island, and yet they get there and they're eating on this side of the island.
That stuff always gets me,
Yeah.
And I can't help it. There's just the back of my brain, just always is like, you can't. What you're there now? No. Takes me a while.
But it was still not we'll do any spoilers really, but the opening, the very first fight scene when Momoa is fighting the Yakuza. That's a great fight scene when he's fighting him in his house, and that's an awesome fight scene. Yeah,
it was well done movie. I was entertained through the whole thing. There wasn't a point where there was a lull in the movie where I was like, oh, okay, this is getting a little boring. It was entertaining all the way through. And like I said, I'm not a big Bautista fan, and I'm not a huge Momoa fan. But I enjoyed both of them in it.
They just made some comments that took Star Wars by surprise because they both want to be villains in Star Wars, and now they got a poster of Bautista as Doc Malgus, which is kind of awesome. And I'm kind of hoping that they show up in Star Wars. It'd be kind of cool.
They won't even have to. They can make Bautista a what is they can make him one of the Maul species. They wouldn't have to give me tattoos. He's already tattooed up. He's already
I know,
on.
but it's a funny thing, but they mentioned it in Star Wars. Everybody wants to be in Star Wars, just it's still a franchise, even though it seems like the hype in Star Wars is like really not there anymore. People still want to be in Star Wars, and like
You'll
I said,
be fine. After the movie comes out, after Mandalorian comes out as a movie, people will be talking about it again, and it'll be fine. You
got Maul Shadow Lord cartoon that's going to be really cool. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, you just need something that's about, like, the Maul stuff is fun, and for Star Wars people that's fun, but you need something to pull in the normies and the Mandalorian
and the kids. Well, look, so apparently everybody talks about how Mando might be like secondary, like not really a good movie. It's setting up something big, and I think that it's going to surprise a lot of people.
It's a Star Wars movie. When was the last time we had a Star Wars movie?
For Mando, as much as I'm hyped for the Maul series, but listen, if Mando can bring back some of that fire, I would love to have that back in the spotlight again, just to have Star Wars sitting on top again, pretty for a little bit.
I just want it to be more like it was in season 1, where with Mando season 1, it was more like a straight up lone wolf and cub kind of story, and I enjoyed that a lot. I'm hoping the movie is more like that, where it's really just mostly them two getting into situations.
Look,
and
my thing
not
is
focusing on 40,000 other characters.
Well, Mando season 2 is the best. I don't care what anybody says. That was the best. The Return of Boba Fett. That actually, that was the best. The Ahsoka came back. That was like the best season that we had, season 2, and there was so much going on with season 2. Some great episodes, and I enjoyed it. I think Mando season 3, because of Lizzo and Jack Black, kind of friggin' threw it in an uproar. I still can't believe that shit. But
season 2, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Why are we doing this? Season 2, I agree with everything you just said about season 2, but I'm also gonna say season 2 sucked because it got your hopes up for Boba Fett, and then they fucking gave you Book of Boba Fett and just freaking yank the rug right out from freaking under you.
You got Book of Blue Balls.
And you know what pisses me off? So apparently the script for season 4 was back on the table before the movie came out. Bob Iger wanted a movie, and the season 4 was scrapped. Well, not scrapped, but it's written. It's on Favreau's desk. It was going to return a Boba Fett, who Boba Fett should be, badass Boba Fett, and they scrapped it because of the movie.
You know what they should do? You know what they should do? You tell them this on Sunday. You tell them this.
I don't know.
Now that Kathleen Kennedy is gone, they should do a new Book of Boba Fett, and just have Boba Fett wake up in the back to tank, and season 1 was all a dream.
Yep.
Patrick Duffy from
Dallas.
Dallas and motherfuckers.
Dallas. Who shot JR? No, but I think my thing is that they should. Hey, look, we'll see what happens. Look, I'm hyped for season 2 of Ahsoka too, because
Boba Fett's in the Wrecking Crew, by the way.
Well, I know he is. I know. He's also another movie that's coming out on Netflix with what's his face? Urban. Call Urban. It's a pirate movie that that the husband sends a hit on his wife, and his wife kicks everybody's ass. It's freaking awesome and shit. Yes, I want to see that.
They should get Jason, since apparently Jason Momoa and Tamura Morrison playing all the same movies now. They should get Jason Momoa to be like young Boba Fett, and then they'd have to explain how Boba Fett shrank like a foot.
Osteoporosis.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you get older. Well, Daniel Logan's still hoping to be Boba Fett.
Curvature of the spine.
Daniel Logan's actually the age of Boba Fett, which should be in the movies. 40 years old. That's how old Boba Fett is.
Has Daniel Logan done anything else?
He did the voice. He was doing the voice of young Boba Fett in the animated.
There's a lot of cons
and stuff like that.
No, but I mean, like, has he done any acting work?
I haven't seen him do any acting, but he actually the last post he posted, he was hanging out with Jake Lloyd, who played who played a freaking young Anakin.
Isn't he young
Anakin? Yeah, because
I'll tell you what, if anybody deserves it, it's Logan, because he's worked for it. He's put in the work for it to try his best to get that part. He's put in the work, but
years,
I don't know.
Years and years.
Probably won't. probably won't have. He deserves it, but it probably won't happen. In my
well, you know
opinion.
what? Listen, my thing is that, you know, look, right now, if you put Boba Fett in an, like you see, like they're doing Maul, the Darth Maul series, give me an animated series of Boba Fett. That's all I asked for something just to have a nice little connection. 19 years before New Hope. You think about it. Boba Fett rose to become the most feared. So you should have a good storyline. You know, make an animated series. I've been saying that for the longest time. You know, and it could work. You know, animation. I think Star Wars does the best animation. That's their best work. So
it is some of the best stuff. Yeah.
You know, some of the best stuff. You know, so even though the normies don't watch the animated shows, because people are confused. How is Maul back? If you saw Clone Wars, Maul returned. You know, so but see another thing, Disney don't hype. Like you have Shadow Lord coming out, right? What they should do is like you want more about Maul, to understand about Maul. Watch season 7 of Clone Wars, the Siege of Mandalore. Watch the return of a Maul, of Darth Maul. If they push that agenda, people are like, "Oh shit, he's back," because people were confused as hell when he showed up in Solo. Like, how the hell did he show up in Solo when he died?
I would say the only people that don't know that Maul is back or how Maul came back are the people that just don't like Star Wars and don't watch it anyway.
Or just don't care. Or don't care that, or just normies that just don't care enough about Star Wars to get into.
Yeah. Listen, so hopefully the young Twi'lek in Maul series is
go again.
Is Darth Talon.
You want your talent so bad.
You know what? I still believe that she's going to be Talon, but they're going to do it a different way. We're going to take her and a different path because that's Legends. So they can take that character and make a new origin of her. But later on, she could become Darth Talon. She has her name, but she becomes a Darth later, or Talon. She changes the name to Talon because they change the names, you know. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I just want some movies. I just want some fucking movies. Oh, it's Star Wars. It's fucking Lucasfilm. Put out some fucking movies.
Look, I think they could do some animated movies. Put some animated movies in the movie theater. You did the Clone Wars cartoon. Do some good stuff. You could take characters and make a movie. Animation doesn't take that long. You could make a nice animated show. Look, you know, they have all these great animators that work for Lucasfilm. Just make some movie, make some animated movies, make some magic happen. You could do it. And I don't know. You know, Bob Iger has more faith in the Marvel universe than he does in the
he's leaving anyway.
He's gone. Okay. He's gone.
Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right.
2 hours. That's a nice round. That's a nice place to call it.
Yes, definitely. If you haven't subbed up yet, please sub up over at Renovision, where Pete has tons of amazing short recorded videos that come out all the time, which have fantastic information in them. Sub up over at Kingdom of Nerds, where Bruce is bringing the heat with his comic shows and fun stuff and DCU shows and all kinds of stuff. Sub up the Styx, where on Tuesdays we watch a little Who and talk about it.
How come you don't go on Bruce's shows and fuck with him like he does?
Because then he'll start crying.
Sub up over to Matt over at Absolute Geek Podcast, where Dom and Styx and Matt talk wrestling on Thursdays.
Wednesday. You did Wednesday this week.
No, we did Wednesday the last 2 weeks. I worked. It's usually Thursdays. We're back on regular time this Thursday coming up. If you haven't watched, watch our watch along for the Royal Rumble. It was kind of fun, you know. It's just we had a good time. You know, it was a long.
You guys get synced up so that you weren't throwing spoilers.
If you watch it, I'm yelling, "How come you're ahead of me?" I'm like freaking sitting here watching the thing.
This time we were ahead of him.
He was ahead of me this time.
He had to switch over to a different stream.
To Disney app for ESPN, but it was. I'm telling you, the crazy thing is, we were on for over 4.5 hours almost in that damn stream, watching the Royal Rumble, man. So it was fun. I was exhausted.
Good stuff. As always, on Fridays, Pete drops the CBSI Hot 10. I believe he's been dropping it at 10. I'm not sure because we're on. So he's dropping it sometime around there. As always, we're on at 9:30 on every Friday. We're pretty steady with that. Is there an SNS tomorrow?
Yes, there is.
At 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. Eastern, yes.
There you go. So there's an SNS tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Sunday. You guys doing a Dark Side?
Well, we didn't do the show last week because Marco went to the Piston game, but we might be taping the show because we don't know yet because the Super Bowl is on Sunday.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, so we might do the show. I don't know if we tape it. It might be done early to get it out of the way and then post it on Sunday. But we're not sure yet. So.
Dry on videotape.
Yeah. Right?
And as always on Wednesdays, you can watch Bruce and Dub, Marco on the TAC show for all of your non-titty related comic news and information.
There you go.
So thank you for joining us this week. Appreciate you all hanging out like you do all the time. Thank you again, RP.
Thank you.
Thank you, RP.
Thank you for the other final.
Thank you, RP.
Thank you.
We'll come up with something for next week, like we always do. We'll figure something out. Yes, I have to
Valentine's Day.
I have to come up with a theme for my, just looking in for next week because I like to have a little bit of a theme for it.
You know what? Next week, maybe it's a little about love is in the air.
Next week, maybe.
Next week,
maybe a little dirty love. Maybe a little dirty love next week. We'll see. We'll see what we got.
Earlobes.
Until then,
some dirty pillows.
Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.
The qualified. The qualified.